So, I don't know why I started my video like that, but hey guys! I am going to make a video about my favorite thrifted finds and tips I have for thrift store shopping, because with Macklemore's track being on top of every chart ever, thrifting is on my mind a lot lately. But I thought I would give you guys some tips to start out with and then share some of my favorite thrifted finds. Yay! So one tip that I could give anybody about thrift store shopping is that you go often. Because there's stuff that's put out every single day. There's new items all the time. That's the difference between thrift store shopping and like department store shopping, in that there is literally new things every single day. So if you go a couple times a week, you will find new things all the time. And I don't necessarily have to buy something every time I go a lot. I mean, you're gonna save money anyway going to a thrift store, but if you make yourself buy something every time, you will end up with a lot of things that you're not gonna use, and you will end up wasting money. So go often, but don't always buy often. That makes sense? Dig deep. I look at everything on the racks. Even if it looks like something that is gonna be really ugly from the sleeve that's peeking out, look really hard. If you're looking for sweaters, look in the men's section. I look in the men's section a lot when it comes to sweaters because they usually have ones that aren't as like old lady looking. Because a lot of times if you look in the women's section, it's just either way too small or just old lady looking. I don't know. Unless you are like a skinny person without like hips or rolls, don't look in the pants section, because you either are gonna find mom jeans or really, really low-rise jeans that fit like petite people. I would just give up on the pants section unless you're in like a vintage store. If you're in a vintage store, the selection of pants are usually a lot better than if you're just in a thrift store. Definitely when you find your favorite thrift store, kind of stick to it and go the most often. I go to a lot of different ones, but I find that my favorite one, the one that I usually find things that I like, is Urban Exchange down in Tacoma. It's kind of a more like hipster secondhand shop where they're a lot pickier. Because they're a lot pickier, it doesn't take as long to look through the stuff. The ratio of crap to finds is a lot better than if you go to like a Goodwill. I don't necessarily follow this tip because I'm cheap, but if you have the extra funds or the extra time, invest in finding a tailor, because if you're gonna find like a jacket, like a blazer, it usually won't fit you perfectly. And if you can find something for really, really cheap, you can usually splurge for having something taken in. Find a tailor, because it could go a long way in making a blazer actually work for like real suits and stuff. Because usually if you find a blazer from the Goodwill, it's ginormous because it's from like the 80s and there's shoulder pads and it's not necessarily in style. But if you invest in a tailor, you can make it more in style for right now, and you don't have to spend like $60 on a blazer at Macy's. If you have like a Plato's Closet or like a buy and sell place around you, bring your clothes to those stores, because like the Goodwill and Value Village doesn't do a buy and sell thing, they just take things based on donations. But if you go into a buy and sell store, the selection is usually going to be a lot better because they're a lot pickier with their items. So if you have clothes that you think would sell, bring them to a Plato's Closet, and if you get any store credit, use it. I've sold things to Plato's Closet before, not a lot, because apparently I'm not trendy enough, or I don't wear enough Abercrombie. If you have things that fit in with a Plato's Closet style, bring them there and get some extra money for it. I love Etsy and it's really fun, but you can't sell things on Etsy that aren't vintage. So if you have things that you want to get rid of but they aren't vintage, you can sell them. I know there's like copious.com. There's a ton of apps online now where you can sell your clothes online. Basically, it's like Instagram, but you can just buy clothes. I don't know. I'll post links to some of them below, because you can get extra money way easier and safer than like Craigslist, because I would never buy clothes off Craigslist. That just sounds creepy. Because you have to meet up with people and it's just, yeah. I think those were all the tips I could think of right now. The biggest one I can give you is just go often and dig deep. So now onto my favorite thrifting finds. I'll start with shoes, because I have several pairs. This pair I'm actually planning on selling on Etsy just because they don't fit me as well as I would like. But these are these great 80s leather flat boots. Don't they remind you of the Wedding Singer? I don't know why. Another pair of shoes I got at our Goodwill is actually these Oxfords. I really like the detail how it's woven, because it just makes them slightly more unique. I bought them originally to sell them on Etsy, but the soles are really, really worn down. So when I wear them when it's cold out, I can like feel the cold ground on my feet, which is kind of weird. I think they were $4, and that's a great deal for $4 shoes, honestly. Like if I get like a year's worth out of them, I'm good. And if you really wanted to, you could take these and then get new soles put on them. You just go to a cobbler and just get new soles. These are actually another pair of shoes that I probably need to take to a cobbler at some point because the heel is coming off and I'm really sad. But these are my Pride and Joy Peter Pan boots that I got for $12. They weren't even out on the rack technically yet. They were in like the bin thingy that they were rolling around on the floor. But these are just flat leather boots and they go up all the way to my knee. If I fold them up, they go above my knee technically. But they got this little like bow thing on the back. My sister says I look like Jack Sparrow in them. I look like a pirate. These are so comfortable and I'm so happy I found them because they go with everything and they're just perfect. Oh. These boots I'm actually planning on doing a DIY with to make my own version of Luxury Jones boots. The really overpriced shoes that look like thrift store boots upcycled. These are some cowboy boots I found at the Value Village up in Bellingham and they're quite nice. I think they were like 25 bucks. If I can upcycle these and put like cool fabric on it, I can easily sell them for 100 bucks on Etsy. I will be listing a couple of these things on Etsy though. So you can check out my Etsy page because I have a bunch of vintage items there, clothes, accessories, shoes, stuff like that. These are my Sperry's, which I freaking love. I got for $13 at Urban Exchange downtown in Tacoma, and they're originally like $75 shoes, which is ridiculous. I wore these to Sasquatch last year because they're so comfortable, and these will last me for forever because they're so just well made, and the sole is so thick and nice and rubbery and comfortable. Oh, Sperry's. I will never spend full price on Sperry topsiders, but finding these for like $14, it's a steal, man. This jacket is one of my new loves. It's my denim jacket that I've worn in like a ton of Instagram photos and in my last, no, 2 videos ago, and then it's gonna be in my next outfit of the day. It's just a plain old Liz Claiborne denim jacket. It's an extra large, so it's quite big, but I roll up the sleeves and it just looks kind of like a oversized 90s-ish denim jacket, and it's perfect for this time of year in Washington because it's not super, super cold, but it's not super, super hot, and that's what I love about denim is that you can wear it in like a bunch of different temperatures and it'll work. It won't overheat you and it'll keep you nice and warm. I love denim jackets! This coat I actually wore in an outfit of the day on my bloggity blog. I found at our Goodwill for $18, and it's not a bad price, but it's not an awesome price because it's not like a super fantastic brand. I don't know, I didn't really see any sort of brand, but the lining is pink. It goes down to like almost my knees, but the fabric, it's brown, but it has little like pink accents in it that match the lining, and it's so cute. It's not the warmest jacket in the world, but it's definitely a nice piece to wear over like a dress for a date that's not like black. Speaking of black, this one I found also at Urban Exchange. It's just a plain old black pea coat, but I checked the brand online after I got home, and originally it was like a $200 to $300 coat from Saks Fifth Avenue. $25, hello! And this is a wardrobe staple living in Seattle because basically Seattle fashion is like hiker chic or all black. And then this coat jacket thing that my mom found at a flea market like 3 years ago, no, like 5 years ago, is the most perfect jacket! I wore this in my last outfit video. It's what I call my Michael Jackson jacket. It has a million buttons. It has the best detailing on the collar, and it's wonderful, and I love it. It's nice and warm, it's wool, the lining is beautiful, it's vintage, It's everything that I love and everything that's perfect. And it was $25 at a flea market. Go to flea markets and garage sales, estate sales is where it's at. Cause somebody died and left behind all their shit. Look up estate sales on Craigslist and online. That's another huge tip. Estate sales, man. This jacket I actually found at the Value Village up in Bellingham as well. But it is a John Rocha? I don't know how to say it still, but it's a nice little green parka. It's super 90s, super on trend, I guess, I don't know. It's really lightweight, it doesn't keep me warm at all, but it's waterproof. So that's nice, living in Seattle, except it has no fucking hood, which is lame. This sweater, I actually didn't buy, my friend Laura bought, but she gave it to me because she didn't want to wear it after an ugly sweater party. But I don't need an ugly sweater party to wear an ugly sweater. Look at it. It's so ugly, and I don't know why I love it so much. It's warm, it's vintage brass plum from Nordstrom, and it's awesome because you're never gonna see another sweater like this. That's what I love about thrifting, is that you find pieces that you're never gonna see again. And if you do, I don't know what happened. This sweater I found at the glitter sale last year in Seattle. If you don't know what the glitter sale is, if you're from Seattle, go to the glitter sale. It's a very long day and it's very cold, but it's very worth it because it's super fun. It's like Thunderdome for thrifters. But this sweater, it has, look at it. Look at it. There's bows all over it. Adrian, don't you love this? Adrian, do you want this? It's awesome. It's so hideous and disgusting, but it was $3 and I had to buy it because really, if anybody wants this, I will sell it to you. I'm serious. It's a size, dry clean only my ass. I don't know what size this is, but another tip, if you're lazy like me, don't buy anything that needs to be dry cleaned, because I have on many occasions washed something that was dry clean only. This dress I found at a vintage store up in Bellingham. It's super adorable. It's a little spring dress that I still need to list on Etsy, actually. If you're really short, this would definitely go to the floor because it's quite long. But if you're like, I don't know, really tall, and if you're wearing heels, this would definitely be like a nice kind of midi length below the knee thing. It's really, really cute, really lightweight fabric, and I think it was from the 60s. No, it's from the 80s. It's so cute. It's so adorable. I love it. Ah. This hat I found at a house in Minnesota, of all places. I was shopping with my mom and my cousin. It was on the top shelf in like a barn, and I love it. It's on sale on Etsy. It's so cute. Look at it. Look how cute it is. Look how cute it is. I don't know, I don't have anywhere to wear it, and it doesn't fit my head, but if you want it, you can buy it. This dress, I also found at Urban Exchange. I have so much from Urban Exchange. It's a nice little peplum. It contours to your shape, but it's almost like a suit dress. Like if you wore it with a blazer, you could wear it to work. But I really like the button detail here, and the sleeves are really flattering, and it's a nice little modest neckline. I like it. I really like it with some tights. I'll probably wear it in outfit of the day pretty soon. I have a bunch of cameras that I found at the Goodwill too. This one, I think my mom actually found at a flea market, because look how perfect it is. I collect vintage cameras, by the way. I have this Canon that came with the case, Canon QL. This big ass Polaroid. Look at it. Look at that baby. Look at that sucker. Yeah! I have a collection of Polaroids because for some reason I think hoarding them is gonna make the film come back. I don't know, I have 3 different Polaroids, but yeah, I collect vintage cameras. I like those. I need to find a Canon AE1. But my pride and joy, my coup de grace, if you will, is this jacket I found at the glitter sale last year. And it is very fitting that I found it at the fucking glitter sale, because look at how many sequins! I haven't listed this on Etsy because I've missed the chance twice, because I feel like the only time it would be appropriate to wear this jacket would be Christmas or New Year's. I'm not fancy enough to own this, but I bought it. It was $30 at the glitter sale, but I'm like, I have to have this. I have to. This is a fabulous, fabulous, like, 80s... like if you were ever David Bowie for Halloween, this might be good for your costume because it's so saturated in sequins. It fits me perfectly, but it has these ridiculous shoulder pads that you can take out, and I don't know how anybody would wash this. You'd have to like hand wash it. Again, if you want this jacket, look how fabulous it is. Those are definitely my favorite thrifted finds. I have a ton more things that I found, but they're kind of generic, like sweaters and skirts and stuff. But these are the most special pieces I've ever found at the Goodwill, or estate sales, flea markets, thrift stores, everywhere that's not new. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I feel like I could do thrifting hauls. I don't feel good about doing hauls at all. I would do thrift store hauls, because the idea of a thrift store is that you're saving money, and the idea of a haul is that you're consuming and spending money. If you ever want me to do a thrift store haul, let me know, because I feel okay about doing those, but I will not do regular hauls just because I feel icky about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!